Hey everybody, and welcome back to Daddy Daughter Talks. I'm Eva, and this is my dad. This is a podcast where my dad and I just talk about all kinds of different things. And so write in the comments what you think about what we talked about today, or if you have something that you would like to have us discuss. And now it is time for your daily dose of dad jokes.
Daily dose of dad jokes. I've got 3 today, and I have to read them off because they're too long, and then I'd mess up the punchline, and that would not be funny. Okay, so we all know about Murphy's Law. Maybe the younger kids don't know.
I don't know.
But anything that can go wrong will go wrong. But have you heard of Cole's Law? It's thinly sliced cabbage.
Coleslaw.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I should got that. Okay.
When does a dad joke, or when does a joke become a dad joke? When it becomes apparent.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh wow, I never thought of that.
Why didn't Han Solo enjoy his steak dinner? It was chewy.
No, okay, I don't know like any Star Wars.
I know.
Still got that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to talk about, our topic today is our dates that my wife and I go on with our kiddos. And so we're going to specifically talk about our dates, but we once a week we have a date. Like with us it's Thursdays. Mm-hmm. From like it depends, because maybe it's before like 5 o'clock, maybe it's after, but we basically do a bunch of things, and so we're going to talk about those things. But I also first want to talk about is the how we came up with the idea, and even
I
doesn't
haven't
even
heard
know.
it yet. I haven't heard it yet.
This was, I don't know how many years ago, but I saw something about a post where this dad was having ice cream at Dairy Queen with his sons, and actually the post was that he was having ice cream by himself in Dairy Queen, and he was just saying, man, just missing the time that we of our dates with my sons. And so he did, every week they went to the same and sat the same seat at Dairy Queen for like 10 years or something, and had dates and just went and got ice cream
That's
every
so
week.
Cool.
Yeah, and so he was just like, missing the time that I spent with my kids. And I was like, I definitely want that. I don't want to waste the time that I have with my kids, and even just something little, you just think it's not a big deal. We're by ourselves versus we do stuff all the time as a family. But it's just different when you're doing things one-on-one. You can talk about different things. It's just different. So I wanted to do that, but I also didn't know what to do, and so that's kind of the base of that. And then I think Mom, I think for one of the Christmases, we set something up where she made all these really nice little possible dates and put them in a folder, and then you'd pick one date out, and then you'd go, okay, let's do that. And that quickly changed to I don't want to do that one. I don't want to do that one. I don't want to do that one. So it would just kind of let's pick all these and go, let's do this one. Yeah. Just to give you ideas, because it's hard. You're just I don't know, what do you want to do? But it doesn't really matter what you do. We could just be hanging out together and whatever. So I guess the first thing is, how did, when we started doing that and now, what do you think has that helped, or how affected our relationship? Or what do you think? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, it's hard to know what would happen if we hadn't done dates. What would be different, But I think that it did grow our relationship, I guess. I don't really know how to, because we talk about a lot more things together, and just having one-on-one time and stuff was really nice. It's really fun, hanging out with you and Mom every week, and it's something I look forward to. And it's we're not just sitting at home all day doing literally nothing.
I know.
We're going out, we're actually doing stuff, and we're growing, not just kind of okay, we're sitting around the house.
Yeah.
Not doing anything the entire day.
Yeah, so I have a date on Tuesdays typically with Isaac, and then Thursdays with you, and Mommy has date with you on Tuesdays
Yeah.
and with Isaac on
We
Thursdays.
switch.
And so, but sometimes that changes. There's sometimes the things are happening on those dates, so then we kind of move it, and we really try to keep them though. But there are times where it's just
Yeah.
busy, and we just kind of it just gets. It can be a bad habit though. We just go, oh well, we were busy this week. Oh, we're busy this week too. Oh, and you don't want to do that. And we also didn't do it while we were traveling, because we were all in new country or a new area, and we wanted to do stuff together as a family.
Yeah.
And we probably could have enjoyed that if we were at a certain place long enough, but we really weren't. So we were 3 to 5 days at a certain place,
Yeah.
certain city, and then we go to another place. So we just wanted to explore as a family. So we
Yeah.
just we didn't do that for like a year, but then we've been back and doing it. And so
Enjoyable. Very,
yeah.
very enjoyable.
yeah, so it's good. So the question is, what do we do on our dates? Because you kind of if I were watching something like this, I'm like, okay, so what do you do? Because I would love to do that. I
Yeah.
just don't know what to do.
There's a lot of different stuff that we do. Usually we'll just go out to dinner, like at a restaurant or something, Red Robin or something that's really close, and we'll just talk and hang out, maybe get dessert afterwards, and that's just a basic thing that we do. That's really, really fun. But then sometimes we go and do some other bigger things, like last date. which was
Our
awesome.
last date, which was, we changed it again. We did on Tuesday night.
Yeah, instead of Thursdays.
Yeah. And
was
so,
awesome.
what did we do on our Tuesday night date?
Okay, so on Tuesday we went to a concert of one of my favorite artists.
Which
and
is?
The Score.
Okay.
The Score. Went to the Score's concert, and it was really awesome.
Yeah.
Just the Score. The other bands weren't as good.
The first one was
The
good.
first one was good, but the other two were just not as good for me.
Yeah.
But it was awesome being there. The Score, they're my favorite. I got to meet them afterwards.
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
Or just him, I guess, the singer.
Yeah, just the singer.
Yeah.
But it was so much fun.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I love it.
And I think why that was cool too was that is the band that got Eva into music. Where
Yeah.
She really loves music and obsessed with it, and she's constantly listening to that. And that was 5 years ago. I think it was 2017, wasn't it?
When I heard their first song, but I
Yeah.
hadn't actually got into it until I don't know, a couple of years, maybe 1 year ago.
Oh, okay.
And then I I heard another one of their songs because the Super Bowl played 2 seconds of it, and I was like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have to listen to that song.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to listen to that song. And then after that, I just slowly kind of started music. I loved music, and I was picking out so many songs, and that was even before my favorite singer now, Aviva.
Yeah.
That was way before that. It was back when I started going to school,
Uh-huh.
other than homeschool,
Yeah.
in 4th grade.
Uh-huh.
So that was awesome to see them.
And also that sprouted you wanting to learn piano, because I tried to kind of show you
Yeah.
before, and you're weren't interested, and then you just were like, hey, I want to learn, and then you're like, wait, this is actually easier than I thought, and then you're playing songs, and now you're just you're
Writing songs.
Yeah, you're really engulfed in that. That's really cool. So.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And then I would say a note on the food aspect of things. At the beginning, when we did it, I'm really cheap, and so going out to restaurants, especially restaurants, we don't do that often. So we would do fast food, and we usually wouldn't go to a place without.
Coupons.
Yeah, you gotta have a coupon to go there.
A whole thing of coupons. Oh, do you want this one, and then this one, or this one?
Yeah, and it's really funny because Isaac, or Mommy and Isaac went on a date, and Mommy asked Isaac, so where do you want to go? It's and I don't know if he said, I want to go to Arby's, but we don't have any coupons. And Mommy's like, we can still go without coupons. Wow, really?
Yeah.
I think there was just don't tell Dad. So.
Awesome.
So cheap. So now though, we go to restaurants a lot more often, and I still don't. I don't know. It's totally worth it. Now I see it more of it's such a good investment, just like in any stock or some other type of thing, crypto or whatever. It's like an investment in my kids' time. We don't have to go out to a restaurant.
Yeah.
We don't even have to go out. We could eat at home. We could do everything at home.
Exactly.
But it's also we're in the house all day. You know, you're here all day in the summer. I'm here all day. Mommy's home all day. You know, it's like we're just home all day, all the time. So it's nice to be able to go out and do that. And then we'll come back. So now we're going to go out to eat. We spend an hour just talking about all sorts of cool stuff.
Yeah.
We had such a good Grimaldi's that one time, and we actually videoed a couple. So
yes, we did video.
where should we put that in the podcast? We can actually show a little, maybe some B-roll while we're talking right now of, hey, this is the concert that we went to.
That
Here's
was so awesome.
some of that, and then we did on our date we videoed some of that, going to Grimaldi's and some other. And it's just kind of cool. It's like a video diary, and look back, because it's not too many years, and you're out of the house, and you're like an adult doing your own thing, and then it's over. It's like there's not that much time, and you're 14, almost 15, and 3 more years, and you're basically, potentially on your own. So that's why we went traveling in the first place, was because we go, well, 3 years left, and then there's like you have a job, and then you have, sports. So it's just like we wouldn't have time on the summers to go even travel. We wait. Oh, let's wait till next summer, and then something comes up, or I got a job, or she has a job. So that's why we travel. We're like, there's just not a lot of time left, and we want to spend, quality time with our kids, and I don't know, it gives you an excuse to be able to spend time. It's just hard sometimes when you're at home. You're just like, you just kind of do your own thing. You're on your computers doing stuff, or we're on our doing stuff, and it's just good. Okay, we're gonna go out, make this habit, this routine. And it's been great, and it's like one of the best things that I've ever done, is just making that happen, and it's great.
It's so fun.
Yeah,
you should do it.
Yeah,
everyone should do it.
It's really good. Then we come back. So let's say we go out to eat. Then we may come back and watch.
Psych. Oh yeah. Psych.
Although I don't watch as much because we've watched
anymore.
like 3,000 episodes, and I'm like I'm ready to do
so
something
good.
else.
Although it's like it's repetitive, but
yeah,
it is really
exactly.
good. Psych.
Yeah. We've done some other things too, like where it's almost always food related, because that's just easy. You just go eat. We need to eat anyways. Let's just go eat, and it works. We started, I think, more doing Dairy Queen, those kind of like dessert.
Yeah.
We eat at home, because then it's like, okay, we can get this special dessert and not like dinner and dessert, because they're just too cheap back in the day. And it gets expensive too, like, going out to eat all the time, especially Mommy's going with Isaac, I'm going with you, and then we switch it, and then we both. So we're going basically as a family, going out 2 times a week, and that's not if we go out as a family, which, so it gets a little expensive. But
it does.
We've also done is Eva's getting close to driving age, and so she's actually has driver's ed this month.
Yeah, in a week or something.
Yeah, in a week. But this was like a year ago, probably. We started doing it as I take her to the theaters, and there's like an open, empty, huge parking lot, and so I would let her.
So terrified.
Drive, yeah.
And I'm like, now, even though I'm still like scared if I'm practicing, and I'm like, I'm old enough now. I'm going to be actually driving.
I know.
I can't be scared like this.
And it started with sitting on my lap, and okay, now you're driving,
steering.
And then okay, now you're doing the pedals, but I'm there, and then it was like I'm sitting in the passenger side, and you're doing. I'm like, okay, I got to make sure stop means stop, and when to do that. Okay, then feel comfortable,
Break, go.
And then the last several times that we've done it is just like I got out of the car. I said, okay, go for it.
So loud.
You go and you drive around. I had confidence. It was like, that you can do it. So it was good. We have one of the things we've done is we've gone to the gun range once.
Oh, that was once. That was fun. I like that.
Introduce you to that a little bit.
I'm so scared. I can't. Like, I wish I wasn't. I wish I could handle them better and stuff.
Well, they're loud.
Yeah.
If it didn't make noise, it would be like. It'd be fine.
Yeah.
But like this incredibly loud noise. It's so whatever. That was a fun time. And then we have play music together sometimes. We'll just kind of work on something and
guitar,
or play
piano.
together. I'll play piano, or we'll like learn drums. We got a little drum set and all that.
Music room, just
so
jam.
sometimes you get like, oh, what are you gonna do? But at least dinner or lunch. Sometimes we do lunch. Like we got something going,
Breakfast.
dinner, or breakfast. Maybe once we did like a brunch or something like that. But it's all about the spending time together and talking, and it's just an excuse. It's like setting up an excuse to make that happen
Yeah.
on a regular basis, and it's great. I love it.
It is so fun, and there are all kinds of stuff you could do, like go to even like the park or something,
Yeah.
where you could, which we don't
Yeah.
do a lot.
No, we
sometimes,
don't do it. But we, every once in a while, we
Yeah.
kind of have our, certain things. The concert was definitely out of the ordinary.
So awesome! I
Yeah.
can't stop thinking about it.
So if you guys have any ideas of other dates that we could do that
Please.
you've done that are really cool and really fun, I'm kind of boring sometimes. I'm cheap, but I don't know. Maybe I could try something new and go, oh, that's kind of fun.
We should just go jet skiing on a lake one time, just
Yeah.
randomly. Oh, let's just buy a jet or rent a jet ski. And just
I want to do the ones where you fly. You put on your
Jetpack?
feet, the jetpack, and you can fly. Oh man, it's so cool.
I know.
I was really tempted to
Why
buy
is-
one, even though I'm cheap. I'm like, well, maybe it's worth
Yeah.
that, but no, it's too much. But so yeah, if just let us know what you think about our dates, and if there's something that we should try or that you've done and your experience and your stories, and it'd be really cool to hear
If
that
you
as well.
haven't done it yet,
Yes, and if you
you
haven't,
should do it.
definitely should do it. And also, okay, now one more thing we're going to add is date night with my wife. Now, you kind of just go, oh, we're married and we spend all sorts of time together, and that's the thing. You just go, we're always around each other, so we don't need to do date night. But it really does help. It helps you connect. It helps you make those special times that you just are normally with everybody all the time. So we've done that, started doing that every week. Last night we went, it was great. We went like
Really? I didn't know
6
that.
o'clock till almost 10 o'clock, and it was a blast. We
That's
had
a
fun.
good
So we're doing that every week as well. So it really is good. It costs money, but it's like an investment. You don't have to go
Good
out,
for
but
your
you could
health.
just if you eat at home and then you go out and you go to a park, go for a hike. Those are things that I'm not. I don't know.
Yeah.
I could do. I just in my rut, and I like to do certain things. And
Helps
so-
your mental happiness.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, that's our podcast for the day, and we'll bring you some more here shortly.
Yes. Thanks for listening.
All right.
See you next episode.